Speaking on topic number 2.
Your Eminence, Reverend Fathers, Honorable Judges, Ladies and Gentlemen, fellow speakers, Christos Anesti.
Altos Anesti.
Our Artoklasia hymn says, "Rich men have turned poor and hungry, but those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing." We live in a prosperous world where we often have way too much stuff. Our riches begin to choke us, like the thorns in the parable of the sower and the seeds. We, as Orthodox Christians, must learn to follow the example of St. Paul, who tells the Philippians, "I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances." The riches of this world may seem nice while they last, but soon they don't mean anything as we move on to new riches. For example, if you get the coolest new version of an iPhone, it won't stay that way for very long. It'll go out and a new one will be in fashion. Then everyone will start updating your old versions to the cool new one. They'll keep updating all the time as each new version comes out. This is an unstable way to live. There's no sense of being satisfied, no sense of having enough. Spiritually, this hunger for wealth is selfish and greedy. It destroys our souls. It's a gnawing sensation that never goes away. St. Paul says to Timothy that the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Our country went through an economic crisis a few years ago, and we're still experiencing the consequences today. Many rich people became poor and hungry. But if we seek the Lord in times of need, He will always help us and bless us, even if it's not always in the way we expect. As I thought about the hymn previously, where it says, "Those who seek the Lord shall not lack any good thing," I didn't understand it at first, because I thought good things meant earthly goods. But many people in this world who seek the Lord do lack earthly goods. When the hymn says that we shall not lack anything good, it means that God will bless us with everything He thinks is truly good for each individual person. For example, many Christians are tortured and even martyred for their faith. We may not think of that as a good thing at the time, but after, it turns out to be a very good thing. If the Christian remains steadfast, it sets a good example for other Christians to follow, and usually draws other people to the faith. Another truly good thing with which the Lord blesses us is the feeling of peace and contentment that comes only when we are not always going after earthly things, and instead desire the Lord and spend our time in prayer, study, and service to the Lord, distributing our wealth to those who have less than we do. St. John Chrysostom tells us, "The rich exist for the sake of the poor exist for the salvation of the rich." Those who have earthly wealth need to recognize it as a gift from God and use their wealth to help their church and other organizations. Recently, I thought of a parable that illustrates this hymn. My little sister and I were outside in the snow, and she wanted to go in the house. She asked me to come with her because the snow was too deep and heavy for her to get through on her own. As I watched her struggling through the deep snow, I thought, this must be what it's like when God watches us. The snow, like our earthly riches and sins, kept causing her to fall down. But when she asked for help, I happily helped her up and helped her get safely to the house. If we seek the Lord, He will be even happier to help us safely and peacefully and contentedly get to His heavenly house, our ultimate goal.